Scene 6. Later that night, outside of O'Shea's Sandwich Pub. Constable Van Ripper stumbles out of the pub, hammered beyond reason. Mustard runs down his chin. He hiccups and takes another swig of his ale.
And another thing, Crane. Why don't you go deduce my butt? Because you know how to look at butts and solve butt crimes, because you love them all, butts, you love them all. Also Mark, but that's what I'm going to say to him. That's what I'm going to say if I see him.
Ichabod steps out from behind a lamppost into the moonlight.
That's what you will say to whom if you see him?
That's what I'm going to say to you, Ichaboob. Got him. Why are you out all late in the night like this, eh? Ain't you got to be in bed when the children's going out tonight?
Constable, it's 7:30. The sun has barely set, and I'm fairly certain your breath is literally flammable.
The sound of a horse's whinny in the distance echoes down the street around them.
Shh, 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 shush it. You hear that? The horseman is out there selecting his next victim right now. What if it's someone I actually like this time?
Constable, I must insist that we go back inside and get you a glass of black coffee at once. If we hurry, perhaps we can catch whoever the culprit of this murderous ruse is in the act of attempting to murder someone. This is the chance we've been waiting for.
The horse's whinny is heard again, but much closer than before.
Oh, crab apples, Mr. Crane. I'm sober as an angel. Just let me go get my gun. Did I bring my gun? Oh, you know what? I was letting that little drunk boy play with it while I'm out here having a whiz.
Van Ripper turns and stumbles. He falls onto his knees. Ichabod tries to help him to his feet, but the constable rebuffs him.
I gotta keep your mitts off me, Crane.
Ichabod holds his hands up, shaking his head in annoyance.
I can do this. Just gotta find a ground. Okay, yep, it's right there. Now I just gotta move in the other direction away from it. I've got standing Mandy. That's a nursery rhyme my mum taught me to remember how to stand. Misadventures of Standing Mandy.
A spur clanks against the sidewalk, followed by a second. Ichabod looks up in utter terror. From between the buildings, a figure wearing all black steps out into the moonlight. The man has no head, nor space to hide one in a clever costume. The Headless Horseman pulls out a long, immaculate sword from his scabbard and walks up behind Van Ripper, who is still trying to figure out how to get up.
Van Ripper, get off the ground and run at me at once. Constable, your life is in danger.
Go stand up here and see how
The Headless Horseman pulls back the sword, ready to strike through Van Ripper's neck.
Is that right, is it? I don't know what it is you want me to. I guess I'll get murdered.
Slice. The horseman's blade slices directly through Van Ripper's neck, lopping his head off like a grape. It bounces twice and settles near Ichabod, who stumbles back across the ground. Van Ripper's final phrasing is frozen on his face for the remainder of time. The horseman takes a step toward Ichabod, raising his gigantic sword over his head to strike at the second target.
Come quick, I've caught the horseman! And as I've always said, he's just a man in a costume! Come out! Come out so you can laugh and point at the silly, stupid excuse of a man!
Movement can be heard from inside. The horseman turns to the door, then back to Ichabod. Though it looks like nothing is happening, we know the horseman would be shaking his head if he had one. The horseman sprints down an alley and disappears.
Iron God in iron heaven.
Ichabod throws up on the sidewalk.
There really is a Headless Horseman. Oh God, I'm such an asshole. They were every single one of them was right about me. Oh shit.
A number of bar patrons spill out of the bar onto the street. Among them are Hattie Lennox LaFontaine and Cornwall.
Oh, hello again, Mr. Crane. We all heard you shouting from inside. So where is he? Where is the man pretending to be a Headless Horseman?
Cornwall runs over to help Ichabod off the ground.
I'm afraid I was just fibbing about that, Miss LaFontaine.
Iron God, You've seen him, haven't you, Ichabod?
Ichabod grabs the full pint of ale in Cornwall's hand and gulps it down in one go.
That's horrible. How do you drink that garbage?
Ichabod, concentrate. What has happened out here?
The horseman has done chopped our Constable Van Ripper. He's no head or nothing.
Yes, fair patrons of O'Shea's Sandwich Pub, I'm afraid the spectral ghoul has done precisely that. I, man of science and reason, Ichabod Crane, do here attest that the horseman is real, and I'm afraid that he is not done for the night.
It's a real thing! It's a real thing!
It's so pretty, though!
The crowd begins to freak out, screaming and bumping into each other in an attempt to run. It's pandemonium in the streets. Sleepy Hollow has fallen into a full-scale riot. Hattie walks up to Ichabod and Cornwall.
So what was all that jibber-jabber about the horseman being a man in a costume then?
Because if I yelled that the demonic murderer was real and he was about to kill me, then no one would have come outside and scared him away, so thank you all for that.
Ichabod, what are we supposed to do?
Ichabod walks over to Van Ripper's body and removes the constable's sidearm.
We pray to the Iron God. Hattie, Cornwall, follow me. If my suspicions are correct, then the horseman will be heading to the Wintertraub residence to finish what he started with the late Mr. Wintertraub.
Ichabod, Hattie, and Cornwall take off down the road in the direction of the Wintertraub residence.
That Iron God line was really good. It showcases your ascent from non-violent man of science into a God-fearing ass-kicker.
It doesn't count if you explain it out loud, Cornwall, thank you.
I just thought it was really cool, is all.